Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. I'm making this video for the first time viewers, for the new viewers. This video is about what is Gematria and why do you need to know about it. For this example, we're going to use the front page of CNN.com. It's October 13th, 2016. The big story has to do with the recent release of the audio recordings of Donald Trump making the very ungentlemanlike remarks. Today, Michelle Obama spoke about the recordings, saying that, he's a powerful person and he essentially said it was okay through his words to be abusive towards women. And she's repulsed by that. CNN has this phrase under her picture, under her story, emphasized, shaken to my core. Notice the emphasis on the words. To the right, we have Donald Trump, who's responding to his perspective. He's saying the media is slandering him. They're making things worse than they are. The phrase outright lies, which he used to describe the media, also emphasized. We're going to talk about why these phrases are emphasized, why they are on the front screen right now. But first, let me show you what Gematria is. We're going to be talking about the number 64 in this example. There's many relevant numbers. We're going to be talking about 64. The current president of the United States is Barack Hussein Obama. A name in Gematria which sums to 64 with the English reduction method. That's where you make each letter in the alphabet a single digit. B's the second letter, so it's worth 2. A's the first letter, it's worth 1. R's the 18th letter. 1 plus 8 becomes 9, so R is worth 9. You make each letter a single digit, then you add. The name Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. Look at this. Civil rights. The Civil Rights Act happened in 1964. 1964 Civil Rights Act. Barack Hussein Obama, the first black president, the first non-white president in the history of the nation with a 64 name. And they call him Barry as a nickname. Barry. It's not a coincidence they call him Barry. Barack Hussein Obama is not his real name. Barry's not his real name. This is his agent identity, and we'll talk about who he's an agent for. It has everything to do with the number 64. Obama ran on hope, and he's the 44th president. 44. Think about it. He was elected 44 years after the Civil Rights Act, 64 to 2008. He was elected November 4th, 2008. The two most prominent faces of the Civil Rights Act are Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Sorry, I had to take a quick phone call. So I was talking about Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Both of these men died by the number 44. This is a very fateful number in history. Kill equals 44. Malcolm X died on a date with a life lesson number of 44. His assassin was Thomas Hagen, who got 44 years in prison. Martin Luther King Jr. died on April 4th. 4-4. Show you something about April 4th and 44. Have you ever noticed that we spell 40 a funny way? The reason we spell 40 a funny way is because it has everything to do with Gematria. This number, 144, in addition to 44, has been paired with killings of people in high places all throughout history. The Kennedy family, JFK, the last president to be assassinated, the 35th president. The word Catholic, using English reduction, equals 35. He was the only Catholic president. He was also the 44th term president. He died on November 22nd, 1963, in the middle of Dealey Plaza, named after a 33rd degree Freemason, on the first day of Sagittarius. His brother Robert Kennedy would die at 1:44 in the morning, 1:44, on June 6th. The name Robert Kennedy equals 66. His assassin is said to be Sirhan Sirhan, who's from Israel. Sirhan Sirhan, 66. So anyway, this is Gematria. All throughout history, this has been used to create history by the numbers, to make headlines by the numbers. This is just the latest example. Today, I wasn't planning on making this video. But look, we're going to look at what outright lies and shaken to my core have to do with each other. Look at this. Outright lies equals 64. Shaken to my core equals 64. Who runs our media? It's not a secret who runs our media. Zionist, Jewish, industrialist, bankers are who run our media. The same people that, want our attention, want to sell us things. They run industry, they run entertainment, the things that generate revenue. Israel, Zion, Thelema. Zionism is the support of Israel. The belief that Jewish people are more worthy than everyone else. That's why everyone can suffer at their expense. Our leaders in this nation are always supportive of Israel. They try to make it seem like Obama has something against Israel. Obama's never done anything against Israel. We're giving $104 million a day to Israel right now, thanks to the latest agreement between Israel and the President of the United States. $38 billion a year, $104 million a day. Israel, Zion, Thelema, 64. This is who we pay for with our taxpayer dollars, $104 million a day. Think about that. Per day. Thelema is an occult religion that worships the number 93. We just saw the 9th president die at age 93. We saw Obama leave for Israel on the day that left 93 days left in the year. The funeral was September 30th, 9/30. Thelema, this occult religion that worships 93. Everything in the history of Israel's existence is centered around 93. The motto of Thelema is do what thou wilt, which has Gematria of 64. In the Bible, the 66th book, Revelation, it says that the false Jews will rule in the end times, and their name is the synagogue of Satan. Synagogue of Satan, Israel. You see how this all comes together? This other headline up here, outright lies. The big way it sums to 163, just like Make America Great Again, Donald Trump's campaign slogan, just like Barack Hussein Obama, the big way. Remember, when Obama first became president, the birther argument emerged in the media. Here's what a lot of people don't realize. Obama's the 44th president, but he's only the 43rd person to be president. The 25th president was the 24th person. It's because Grover Cleveland was the 22nd president and the 24th. He had a split term, so the count's been off ever since. You see? 25th president, 24, 26, 25, all the way up to Obama, number 44, but the 43rd person. Obama gave his acceptance speech in Grant Park. He was elected November 4th, 2008. That's also a date with 43 numerology. And what's so interesting about that is he has the connections to Lincoln, the Civil War president, who was born February 12th, the 43rd day of the year. Civil War equals 43. Charleston equals 43, where the Civil War began. So anyway, just a quick little Gematria lesson. If you want to learn the letter values, how to memorize them, and a little bit more about Gematria, there's a few other methods I teach. Down in the description is my How to Gematria video. But if you're a beginner and you just want to start here, I would just use this calculator and only use the English reduction and the English ordinal. English ordinal is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z, the 26th letter. Z is 26. In the English reduction, Z is worth 8 because 2 plus 6 is 8. You see? Watch my How to Gematria video, though. There's 3 rules you want to know that the calculator doesn't take into effect with the English reduction, and you want to know those rules. They're important. So that video's in the description. Thanks for watching. Please apply this knowledge. The next time you see a CNN headline and an emphasized phrase, find the number and then decode some relevant terms. The name of the person, what the article's about. You're going to find the connection relatively quickly, especially when you use the calculator. All right, truth seekers. Until next